Good morning, fellow humanoids. How are you? My name is Donna Brown. I am a hypnotist and an access consciousness facilitator. And we're going to see what happens with this Zoom today because this is just on the fly. I haven't really, I pulled a question and that was it. So, what's the one thing you're refusing to do that could change everything for you? That's how we're going to start this. What happens is there's something we're refusing to look at or we don't want to do, and then we don't step into it. We don't get it accomplished. And so it's here in our energy field. It's here, okay? And we're doing something else, but it's still here. So our energy isn't totally focused on what we could be doing because we got this thing that's weighing us down that's still there that hasn't been done. So what's the one thing you're refusing to do that could change everything? What if you got dressed today? I know a lot of people are staying at home and it's trending really hot that people are only buying tops. They're no longer buying pants. Seriously, when I am dressed, I feel better. I get more done. There has been lots of psychology on this, and that may mean you got yoga pants with your yoga top, and if that's comfortable for you and that makes you feel like you can get things done, that's great. I've seen a lot of people with a top on and then they got pajama bottoms. That may be comfortable, okay? So everywhere we're judging what other people are wearing, can we destroy and uncreate all that? And then I'm going to use the access consciousness clearing statement, which is right or wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. There'll be a link below this that can take you to tell you what that means. When I run a clearing, if it makes your head spin, that just means you need to hear it a couple of times. You can pause the YouTube and write it down if that works for you. So getting back to the pajama bottom, the people with the pajama bottoms on, everywhere I'm judging somebody for what they're wearing, can I destroy and uncreate it all? And then we run the clearing statement. You will learn the clearing statement so you can run it yourself as I'm running it in my mind. Yes. And what if you put on slacks? What if you put on a belt? What if you put on your shoes and socks? What would that change? What could that create? What are you refusing to do that if you did it would change everything for you? What's that one thing you're choosing that you really could be refusing that keeps you from choosing the one thing that would give you ease and space? And everything that is right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pop, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay, so that's kind of a little bit different take on this. Because what I noticed was I was choosing things, but I was refusing to choose that one thing, okay, that could keep me energetically moving, okay? So my taxes, it's a perfect example. Where in the back of my mind, I got to do my taxes. I got to do my taxes. This is the first time I filed an extension for my business taxes ever. And it's been weighing on me. It's there, it's in the back. It's like, I need to get this done. I know they've given us an extension, and everywhere you're using that as the excuse because you destroy and uncreate it all. Then you run the clearing statement, good, bad, right, wrong, pop, pop, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. This is an access consciousness clearing statement. So I was just messing around. And the reason was last year my bank got hacked, and then I had to change banks, and I didn't know how to do it in QuickBooks. So what I did was I had to watch a lot of YouTube videos, and then I figured out how to do it in QuickBooks, and I got it done, and I started keying in, and then it's like, oh, this is easy. So it's now still sitting there, but that one thing that was weighing it all down got me so discombobulated that I wasn't willing to do it. And I wasn't willing to download my tax file from TurboTax because every year it's a problem. So I downloaded that. And of course it was a problem because every year it's a problem, which interesting point of view, I have that point of view. Interesting point of view, I have that point of view. If I didn't have that interesting point of view, what else could I be and choose? So let's see what happens and what shows up next year. So interesting point of view is that place we go to when we recognize we have an interesting point of view, because we create what shows up in our lives. So maybe I've created that. And what would it take for me to destroy and uncreate all that? Good, bad, right, wrong, pop, pop, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. In this video, you are going to see me clearing me from my stuff. And this will show you how to clear you from your stuff. Pretty simple. So I got the TurboTax, got all that ready, filed my extension, then I did my thing. Now I know it doesn't take me that long to key things in. So that I can put aside and set because I've got some other things coming up. It's the first of the month. I've got lots of first of the month things that I haven't done. And when I got up this morning, it's like, what's that one thing that I could be choosing that would change everything for me? And I recognized I have a client coming. I got my book out. I got everything ready. I cleaned this morning. That was the one thing I cleaned. And it was really sticking me because I've been so busy doing other things that I haven't had time to clean. So that actually opened up space for me to say, hey, before my client shows up, I could do this, I could eat, then my client, and then I could get to the other things that I need to do. So I'm going to ask you, what's that one thing you are choosing that you really could be refusing that keeps you from choosing the one thing that would give you ease and space? And again, everything that is access clearing statement, right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pop, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. Because sometimes we're refusing something that keeps us from choosing the one thing that would open things up, let us get that elephant off our back, and create more. So when I ask that again, what's that one thing you are choosing that you really could be refusing that keeps you from choosing the one thing that would give you ease and space? Everything that is right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pop, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. It helps me choose the next thing that I am going to do. Okay. So I started using, Access has this really good clearing, and I'm going to run it right now. You may feel something, you may feel nothing at all, you may understand, you may not understand at all. What is the one thing you are absolutely, eternally, irrevocably, infinitely, and utterly refusing that you really should be choosing, that if you would choose it would change all realities and non-realities and manifest as the creation of indefinite life and the infinite ease of all reality and everything that is? Will you revoke, recant, rescind, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate it all? Yes, right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Now, the reason why we're revoking, recanting, rescinding, reclaiming, renouncing, denouncing is because we sometimes make these oaths and vows, or we decide, and once we make a decision, we got to revoke that. We got to rescind it. We got to reclaim it. We got to renounce it. We got to denounce it. We got to recant it. So you run that one just a little bit different. And then I'm going to ask you another question. What reasons and justifications are you using to create your refusing? So yesterday I was a little stuck, and I'm doing all this technology, and I like, that was the thing that I was refusing to do. So I figured out how to put my Square onto my calendar, which people could automatically pay, making everything easier. I literally for 2 days have spent 8 hours and 8 hours, like 16 hours fixing things, creating things, trying to put the memes, because it's a lot. And for me, it's interesting point of view, I have that point of view. Interesting point of view, I have that point of view. Interesting point of view, I have that point of view. For me, I've always used not knowing technology as an excuse. So what are you using as your excuse? Your excuse to get something done, to get dressed, to start that book you wanted to write, to start a painting, to call your boss and tell them, I'm done with this job, to whatever. What is your excuse? Is it too hard? Well, if it's too hard, you just say everywhere I'm seeing this is hard. Can I destroy and uncreate it all? Run your clearing statement. Good, bad, right, wrong, pop, pop, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. I don't know how to do it. Ooh, that was a good one for me for a lot of times. And now I need to revoke, recant, rescind, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate it all. Good, bad, right, wrong, pop, pop, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. I said I hated math. How math has to do with anything, I don't know, but math came up for me. So good, bad, right, wrong, pop, pop, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Then I went back to my dad hitting me over the head with the math book. Good, bad, right, wrong, pop, pop, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Everything I resisted and reacted and aligned and agreed with my dad doing that. Now I revoke, recant, rescind, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and create it all. Good, bad, right, wrong, pop, pop, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. I'm not capable. Who does that belong to? Return to sender with consciousness. Good, bad, right, wrong, pop, pop, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And you just go with whatever's coming up. Your good, bad, right, wrong, pop, pop, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. If you don't know what to say, everything that is good, bad, right, wrong, pop, pop, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. That's the best one. Everything that is, and then I'll say it right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pop, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. I initially memorized it with good, bad, right, wrong. Some people do all nine, pod, pop. You could do anything that you want to do when you're saying the clearing statement. The words don't matter. And when I start clearing me and something comes up, it like is a slew of things. And I clear, 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 clear. And I sometimes look like a crazy person. And if I didn't live alone, I don't know how much clearing I would do, because that would probably be a little bit intense for somebody else. And everywhere I'm choosing not to have somebody else in my life because of the intensity I could create, and that would be a wrongness instead of a strongness, can I destroy and uncreate all that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pop, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So you see how I went into something, but then I recognized it. And once you start recognizing what you're doing, that's when you start getting all this freedom. I have been doing the 14 days with Dane. They are awesome blossom. And I recognize that there's one thing most of us have that's on our back that we don't even know that we have. Now, does that mean you start doing it and then you hit that wall again, you pot and pock the wall, and then what do? Well, for me, I have read 4 chapters in a book. So in between the walls, when I'm sitting here, I can only sit at this desk for so long. And then, it's not comfortable. And my mind starts going other places, because most of us need to do more than one thing at one time. So I get up and I go read a chapter out of a book. And it's not even a good book. Seriously, it's not an access book, and it's not a good book, and I'm reading it. Don't know how I'm going to rate that on Goodreads and everything. That is good, that right, wrong, pop, pop, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. But I step away, I do something totally different, so I can be like, this doesn't make sense in this book. Why is she saying this? All of a sudden, we're halfway through and there's a brother, but she's been talking about her mother and father through the whole book, and and then where's this brother coming from? You'd think there would have been a mention of it. So it's things like that. I'm just catching that probably she's a new writer, and it's not flowing, and that's okay. And who am I to judge what someone else is writing? Good, bad, right, wrong, pop, pop, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And everywhere I read for enjoyment, and when it's not enjoyable, when I have to try to figure things out, good, bad, right, wrong, pop, pop, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay, so I just recognized I really love books that flow. And I like them if they make me think, like the kind of books that are mysteries and you got to figure it out, or thrillers and you got to know who's done it. And if it still doesn't flow, those are not the type of books that I choose when I'm stepping away. So I also got 4 access books that I'm reading at the same time. And that works for me. And everywhere, that sounds crazy, and you haven't tried it, can you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pop, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So you can step away and do whatever it is you do. Flip on the TV. Watch one program that's 30 minutes, or time yourself, and then go back to that thing that's so heavily weighed, and clear yourself before you go. What's that one thing you were choosing that you really could be refusing? TV, movies, sitting on the couch, not getting dressed. that keeps you from choosing the one thing that would give you ease and space and everything that is good, bad, right, wrong, pop, pop, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. So I'm going to end this with that clearing statement from Gary and Dane. I don't know who created it. What is the one thing you are absolutely, eternally, irrevocably, infinitely, and utterly refusing that you really should be choosing, that if you would choose it, would change all realities and non-realities and manifest as the creation of indefinite life and the infinite ease of all reality? And everything that is, will you revoke, recant, rescind, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. It's a really great question. Who, what, when, where, and how am I resisting everything that is? You're going to run your clearing statement. That's right. Thank you for listening to my crazy today. And I hope you have a grand and glorious day. And whatever you're choosing creates more space, more ease, more joy, more glory in your life. Thank you. Please subscribe to my channel.